And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Huntley to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Jacobs is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
One more time with Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Waste of time. Let's go now. 60-60.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 9 yards that time. The Raiders had 8 and 5 to start play. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jones. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD.
They have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
On second down, this is Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a New England first down and gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll get this down to the 38.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Jones on 3rd down. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. Now a man who played at Centennial High here in Las Vegas, Ramondre Stevenson. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On the give, this is Harris. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Jones. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Harris is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking for Fortner, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. This no good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. Back to throw. Jones. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Off play action. Jones. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's third and long. Third down, here's Harris. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. Back deep, Marquez Callaway. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2. They got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here for their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
To throw, Huntley.
He hits Adams complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Huntley.
And it's complete to Adams. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
101 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Let's go now.
On the draw, it's Harris. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Throwing Jones. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Line to the left.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Past the 20. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 16-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Juwan Bentley there to get him down.
Good gain there on 1st down. That keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Jacobs. Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. They go with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He gets it complete to Harris.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones.
Out left and complete to Thornton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes you just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Chandler Jones gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. It's a room to maneuver.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. There he goes, right side. The 30, 10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 68 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Finding Harris over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They hand this off to Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out in this football game.
This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. So parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Las Vegas, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for New England, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.